Women Recovery Show. Jump in.
You're struggling. Yeah, it's a simple song. Yesterday, a man said to me, said, how can you smile when your world is crumbling down? I said, in my seat, when I wanna cry, I take a look around and I see that I'm getting by, and I hold on. Hold on. Change is coming. Change is coming. Hold on. Hold on. Don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Hold on. Hold on. You can make it. You can make it. Hold on. Hold on. Everything will be alright. Some people like to worry. Some people like to hide. Some people like to run away from the pain inside. Now it's your business. Do whatever you wanna do. But if it don't work out, here's what you ought to do. Now just hold on. Hold on. Change is coming. Change is coming. Hold on. Hold on. Don't worry about a thing. Hold on. Hold on. You can make it.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in on the Women's Recovery Show, better known as your host, Lady Kima, your trauma recovery coach. I just want to let y'all know on this beautiful Saturday, it's beautiful. I just want to let people know, just hold on, change is coming. I mean, we all dealing with some tough time in this season, but we have to learn to hold on. Change is coming, and don't give up. I'm going to dive right in, but a lot of people ask about my show. Is it only for women's? Women's Recovery Show also can help men's only. I just want to let y'all know, y'all jump on in. If you have a testimony, hit your girl up, inbox me. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Fishbowl Radio Network. You can find me everywhere. You can even find me on my page. Send my email out soon once I get off this broadcast, but I'm letting a lot of people know Women's Recovery Show is also can help the men's too. So let me dive right in and just let's get to the business. So I just want to let y'all know life is tough, and we have to learn to how to deal with life when it gets tough on us, when things is heavy on us, and when things is burdening us, we have to learn how to hold on, because the more you hold on, I'm telling you, change will come. I'm just let y'all know, sometimes we could be a witness to others as a situation that goes on in our life. And some things that fights us, it make us just don't want to stand in the fight, don't want us to, stay in the trials and the tribulation, don't want us to go forward, but we have to hold on and remember change is coming. Life is nothing but a lesson. Life is a blessing. Sometimes tough situation will bring our blessings to us. And we have to understand through the blessing, you have to go through circumstances. You have to go being prosecuted. You have to go through being talked about. You have to go through these things to come out. As I get into more, it says that sometimes people, things, and whatever we deal with will crush us, and we understand that some things that it hurt us, and we don't know how to be tough about the situation. We don't know how to come to that person that's doing this, but we have to understand that it's only a test. You know, sometimes the enemy will fight us against things that he know we may not be able to be tough about. He know that we may not be strong about. But we have to understand change will come soon. Sometimes burdens drown us. Fear will cause us to be scared to go forward. Things that, that don't let us go forward. We have to understand that these things is only for us to be strong. It's only for us to have strength. We have to understand through the test and trial people that's out there hearing me in the radio, on social media, whatever you logging in, tough time will get better, because better days is always on time. Anyone who know how to walk through life and know how to face challenges in your life and know how to face their consequences, you are strong enough not to allow the battle to beat you down. Because sometimes battles is always cause you to lose. Sometimes battles make you feel like you are not a winner. You are a winner. You are victorious. You is an overcomer. You more than a conqueror, because you are not in this fight to lose. You in this fight to win. So you have to understand holding on is a change for you through the tough times, through the hard times, through the things that we don't even understand. Sometimes people may not understand why you have an attitude, why you angry, why you frustrated, why you so mean, or why you so bitter, why you look depressed, why you look stressed, oppressed, because things in life will cause you to be the way you are. But the way you face that as your trauma recovery coach, I can teach you how to overcome those things. I can teach you how to be victorious. I can teach you how to stand strong. I can teach you how to be that winner. I can teach you are more than a conqueror, because how you can recover it, we have to learn to go to God and pray, because he's the only man can fix our problem. He's the only one can show us how to be strong. He's the one to show us not to give up, not throw in the towel, because God is our healer. God is our way maker. God is our provider. So when things come in our life, remember prayer is the key to every problem. Anyone that calls you to be bitter because they are bitter, they're not happy, something going on in their life, they want you to become on their bitter team. But guess what? Bitterness don't mix with bitterness. I'm going to say that again. Bitterness do not mix with bitterness, because bitterness come with positive mindsets. Bitterness come with positive energy. Bitterness come out being who you are, being that person that God called you to be, because you better in Christ. And we have to understand life situations going to be tough. Things going to be heavy. We have to understand this, people of God, my sisters, my brother, my lovers, my exes, my whoever's out there, listen. We have to understand these things is only for a season. We have to learn how to stand in the fight. We have to learn how to stand the test. We have to learn not to give up. We have to learn to pray for those that talk about us. We have to learn how to face our enemy. We have to understand that, because we have to remember in the Bible, I don't know if it's a lot of Bible people read it out there. Do you remember when David had to face the Goliath, and Goliath came against David because David was just a young child. He was just a teenager, because Goliath felt like David can't beat him. But he had to remember David had God with him. David knew that if Goliath come against him, he already knew who's going to fight for him. It's just like how we are in the world. When people come against us and we have to learn how to face our giants and our Goliaths, we have to understand that God is with us. We have to understand that when people come against us, it's not you. It's the enemy. It's not the person. It's the enemy in the person. So we have to understand you are not a Goliath. You are David. You have to understand, be like David in the Bible. Learn how to stand strong. Learn how to pick up a rock and knock the enemy out. And the way you knock that enemy out is with the word of God. You know, sometimes as your trauma recovery coach, we have to understand books and motivation books is good to have. Whatever you listen, whatever you're going through, if you're dealing with depressed, you get a book that teach you how to overcome depression. If you're worried by stress, you want to know how to overcome angry. It's things that can help you through that. And some things you can find these in the Bible. There are things and hardships and valley that we face. I mean, we face a lot of things in the valley, because you got to think about in Psalms 23:4, it says, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Even though how many valleys you walk through, you should have to fear when you know you have a God that goes before you. We have to understand holding on is good when you have God with you. We have to understand don't give up, no matter how hard it is. Giving up is not an option. Giving up is not in you. Giving up is not in me. We have to understand we have to fight the good fight of faith and keep doing what God called us to do. You go for your goals. You going to come out. It may be somebody sitting on the bed having suicidal thoughts. I want to talk to that woman and man. That's not it. Taking your life is not it. As your trauma recovery coach, how to get over suicide, and you say, you know what, I'm better than this. Sometimes we have to motivate ourselves. We can't let things beat us down and put us in situations that we don't have no more hope. We don't have nobody to talk to, nobody to seek what we're going through. But when we go through things, we have to learn that seeking God is the best medicine you can ever have. Because God is a healer. He will take you out of that suicidal mind. He will take you out of that depressed, being burdened down, being weighed down. We have to understand these things because we as people have to learn not to lean on our problems, but lean on the man that sits high and he looks low. We have to understand that he is our fixer. Well, like I always say, he's a mind regulator and he's a heart fixer. And God will regulate your mind. Whatever you're going through in life, you got to remember you have to hold on, because guess what? Trouble don't last always. It will never be a cloudy day in your life. That sun was soon to come out. And I just want to let y'all know, as y'all host, as the Woman of Recovery Show, we all can recover things if you want to recover. Because it's only a choice to be stuck where you need to be. If you want to come out, if you want to stay in that stuck, that's you. But if you want to come out and be better and go forward what God calls you to do, you do what God calls you to do. You do what's best for you. You know, let men talk. It's okay. It's okay to have somebody to talk about you. I always tell people we need our haters to motivate us. We need our haters and our naysayers to congratulate us. Because if you don't have haters, you ain't doing nothing. You have to do something for them to hate you. You know, you have to understand these things by trials and tribulations and things that you may not understand why people are attacking you, because what they're attacking you for, because what they see on your life. What they see on your life. And sometimes our hope and our faith is all we can hold on to. Not because our grip is strong, but because the person who promised us is faithful, and that's his name is Jesus. By us holding on God's faithfulness, he will walk you. You got to be a faith walker. This is a faith walker thing. You have to learn to walk through faith. You have to learn how to walk when you don't even see it. You got to learn how to walk when you want it. So by you walking through faith and by you doing what God called you to do, you have to understand this right here will make you better who you are now. Being strong, being that woman, being that strong man, you know, you have a testimony. Tell your trauma to go. Sometimes traumatized will keep you in a dark place. It will keep you in a place that you feel alone. Nobody don't want to deal with you. You don't know how to come out. You feel like everybody is against you. You feel like everybody is attacking you. You feel all these things that's going on, but it's by history, what you've been through. And because sometimes history will keep you going, will keep you not going forward in life. It'll keep you pulling back because you feel like, well, if I go forward, people will judge me on my past. But guess what? Your past is your testimony. Your past is your winner. Your past is a victorious story. And sometimes when you tell your story, don't matter how people judge you by your story, you be who you are. You tell it to the God. You tell it unto the Lord. Not unto man, but you telling it unto God. We have to learn how to confess our problems. And sometimes if you're going through something, just for example, I can use myself for example. Yesterday I was just overstressed because I didn't know which way to go. Being a mother, working, and doing other things that would cause us to be in stress. I was like, I have to take a deep breath and tell myself, sit and rest. We have to, it's just like the Lord was telling me to sit and rest and get in peace and meditation. Because sometimes as women and men, our problems will wear us down, and it causes us to collapse. It causes us not to want to do it no more. So it's good to take time and rest yourself. So as I was sitting resting myself, and the good Lord was speaking unto me, he said, you know what, Lady Kima, you causing this stress up on you because you have to learn how to rest. And I told God, how can I rest when I have so much to do? And I told God these things. God was just speaking to me. He said, oh, it's going to be done. If you have a believer and you believe in me, I will help you to get these things done, but I need you to rest. And as he was speaking, God said, change is going to come. So some of the things that you are dealing with, some of the things that you are facing, Lady Kim, this is what God's speaking to me, because I have a connection with God. It's good to have a connection with the Lord, because he's the only one know what you go through. He's the only one will seek you. He's the only one will help you, because you could tell people your problems all day long. You could tell them, I'm going through, they still have their opinion, but they not knowing what you feel inside. It's okay to go to get somebody to encourage you, to uplift you, to keep you going. But if you tell your problems to God, God will be the only one can hear you. And as I was talking to God, and God was telling me as I was sitting on my couch, and he said, this is your test. I said, okay, Lord, I see what you're saying. He said, this is your test. And I said, test of what? Test of resting. Because that's all you do is move. And do you know stress is a number one killer? If you do not rest your body, if you do not rest your mind, we have to learn to have a resting spirit. God will take care of the rest. What I'm saying, what I'm trying to get to y'all about the holding on, change is coming. I have to hold on. I have to hold on, y'all, and not to get up and move around. I'm like, oh, that's a big fight. Oh, because I'm so used to moving around. I'm so used to doing things, I told God I'm not a lazy person. I'm about business, but God taught me how to rest. And I'm telling y'all this, when you feel resting, you feel so refreshed. You feel so relaxed. You feel so good. I mean, things don't bother you. You blocking everybody out. It's good to rest. Rest is good for your spirit. It's good for your mind, soul, and body. So I want y'all to get to know that, whatever you facing in life, it's okay to go through it. Life is not good. I'm going to be honest. Life is not good, but we can make it good. We can make it good by what? Facing our problem and telling our problem. You're going to have to go. You know, get around somebody positive. We need positive people in our life. All that negative talk, all that negative energy, I mean, that costs more pressures on us. I mean, we need people that will keep us going. Sometimes God will show you who's for you, and everybody is not for you. And some people just want to be with you because where you're going and where God's taking you. And sometimes it's just a come up for them. But you have to understand that we as people, we have to learn how to hold on the challenges on our life. I will be going to commercial break, but first I want to acknowledge a good man. He was a good person, Prophet Ryan Chandler. I want to keep the Chandler family in prayer. I just wanted to let y'all know this guy, he was a influencing guy. He was a great preacher in the gospel. I mean, he had the heart for people. You know, I remember one day he reached out to me. He also encouraged me. He said, Kima, it's in you. Go for it. And I always tell him, I'm not like, I can't do what everybody, I don't know how to do. He said, be unique. Be yourself. Ever since then, I'm been myself. I've been going. He said, don't worry about how people look at you. I mean, he was a motivator. He was he will encourage you for things that people try to feel like you're not qualified for. You know, when you are qualified for. And I just want to let the family, the Chandler family, know that I am with you. The people are with you. He was a great person to the people. Most people used to say things about him, but now, you know, it just few people that didn't like him, but a lot of people love him. A lot of people was crazy about him, and I was one of them. And I said, guess what? We need our enemies, because God said he'll make your enemies your footstool. He will sit your enemies right in front of you, those that talk about you, and your enemy will watch you how God bless you. And God sent Ryan Chandler, the prophet Ryan Chandler, right in front of his enemy, and they watch him get blessed. And I have a song that I want to dedicate to Prophet Ryan Chandler on this commercial break. It's by Donnie McClurkin, Stand. And all you can do is to stand. I see y'all soon in the next 5 minutes. Your trauma recovery coach, your host, Lady Kima. See you back soon.
When you've done all you can, and it seems like it's never ending. And what do you say when your friends turn Just stand.
Tuning back in on the Women's Recovery Show. Your host, Trauma Recovery Coach Lady K. I just want to let y'all know that honoree was for Prophet Ryan Chandler. He was a blessing to so many. I just want to let him know that we love you, and I know he's smiling down on us. Now he is all our angels. So I just thank God for what he had done on earth, and he did his job. So I want to let the family know, the Chandler family know, that Ryan job has done great in the kingdom. Well done, my servant. So let me get back into the topic. I was speaking on holding on and don't give up. And we have to learn not to don't give up and doing what we need to do. Sometimes giving up will cause us not to, do what we are called to do. Just say you want to get a house, you get frustrated in a house, you want to give up. They turning you down, or they looking at your credit. You feel like, well, I'm finna give up, but you can't give up when God said the more you continue to run the race, the more you continue to keep doing the fight, that house will be released. Sometimes we don't understand that when we get let down in certain areas like cars, jobs, and houses and situation, relationship, marriage, and things like that nature, it's only a protection for us because God have better for us. And we have to understand these things because we want what we want. And we have to understand some things we want and it's not what God had in plan. So we have to understand, we have to seek God guidance in everything we do in our life, not to give up, and we have to understand that things will get rough, things will make you tired, things will make you stressed, and things will make you depressed. That's part of life. We human, we have emotions, and we have our ups and downs, but giving up is not an option. I had wrote a couple of things down, and I want to share it with y'all. And it says, some days our hope and our faith is all we can hold on to, not because our grip is strong, but because he is our Lord. He promised us these things to teach us how to hold on and lean on him and not our own understanding. And holding on is the best thing we can do is hold on God's hand. I mean, man can let your hand go and make you feel like you not the one, or make you feel like you don't belong with them. Or when I say men, I mean like people, period. You know, when people say men, they feel like it's just for guys. When I say men, people, period. Everybody. You know, we have to understand that holding on Christ's hand is the best option to ever have. You might be weeping, you might be crying out, you might be broken, you might be hurt, you might not understand these things, but when we take our problems to God and cry out to the man that wakes us up every morning, that's start us on our way, that's put breath in our body, it's okay to go to the throne boldness and ask God, I need you, Jesus. Help me, Lord. How can I come out of this? I'm facing this. I'm facing that. Nobody don't understand what you go on behind closed doors. You know, sometimes giving up will cause you to not to cause you to go forward or not to deal with that person. Sometimes giving up is, you know, we have to understand that when we give up, it will cause you to feel like you are a failure, and you're not a failure. You know, failure is only for weak people. You know, I mean, holding on is for strong people. And I know we have weak areas in our life, but through the weaknesses in our life, it gonna make us strong. It gonna make you who you are. You have to go through the weak moments to get to the strong moments, and that's what gonna keep you going in life. You have to understand these things. So as I was reading in Hebrews 10:23 and 25, it said, let us hold fast to the confession of our hope without wavering, for he is with us. And let us consider one in another and stir up love. We need to learn how to have love for one another. We sit around jealous of each other, envy of each other, have strife against each other. It's time to celebrate one another. It's okay if you don't get that support. I tell a lot of people, don't put it like this. Only if you get one person that can hear your voice, that all that matters. You don't need a million group of people to make you feel so popular. You know, if you could just get that one person that can hear you, you did a wonderful job. I mean, you touched once someone out there. So we have to understand that God is our only hope in everything we face in life. We have to understand these things, and we have to learn how to hold on together. You know, if I'm weak, I need somebody strong to say, you know what, I got you. You know what, if you see me broken, I need somebody that is healed and say, God gonna heal you. I'm going to show you what God did for me. I'm going to show you how God brought me out. Sometimes we need examples to people that what they're going through in life and what they facing, because people don't know how to come to a person when they're going through, because they know soon they tell a person, they feel like somebody going to tell their story, or it's going to be rumors out, or they're not telling the real truth, or, you know, they twisting their story. We need real people that can help other people with love, and we have to learn how to be in this together. Sometimes even that it is hard to do on your own. It's hard to battle things on your own. It's hard to deal with things on your own. We have to understand that we don't want to be drowned or to be overwhelmed, but fight these problems with God. See, we should not to be worried about things that things can't even defeat us. We let things come against us. We could defeat the things. You know what I mean? We can be the ones like, you know what? You know, you have to talk to that problem. You know, you have to, hey, you ain't not finna make me feel, the way I need to feel. You ain't finna make this stress. You ain't finna make this burden. You ain't finna make me feel this way. You know, because I am an overcomer. I can come out. I am strong. I am victorious. I can do this. I can have this thing in my own problem. And the way I'm going to handle this, I know I have a God will be with me. I know I have good people and positive people. I'm talking about positive people will be with me and show me how to stay strong. Show me not to give up. That's why we have to be in this together. We have to know that togetherness, the devil cannot defeat you. We have to understand. We know that God is faithful. We trust in his promises, but life just hard. So God knew these things will come these days. He knew the weeks. He knew the months. He knew the years that we might face trials and tribulations. He knew the promise would come. He knew these things would come because he already seen it before we seen it coming. Like this, which is why he never intended for us to walk this journey alone. God would never want you to walk this journey alone. We need to learn to lean on God and lean on positive people, not negative people. I always tell people, bitterness attract bitterness. Healness attract healness. Joyful people attract joyful people. So you have to be careful who you connect yourself when you in your down season. So you have to ask God, who can I go to? God, show me that person. You know, show me that person that won't put my business out. It won't talk about me. It won't scandalize me. You know, trying to put dirt on my name. But you know, you have to think about that. While they putting dirt on your name, you have to remember they forgot that you was a seed. Because guess what happened when dirt go on seed? We grow. So that's okay. Yes, that is okay. So we have to understand these things that, you know, we have to learn how to go to God and let God to be our doctor, our lawyer, our teacher. You know, we have to understand. We have to learn how to meditate. We have to learn how to talk to one another. That's the problem. We don't know how to talk to one another. We don't know how to be there for one another. You know, we want to bash one another, want to make other person feel bad, like you better than the next person. Nobody better than the next person. We all still learning. So we have to learn even in that. You can't give up when people trying to be compatible against you, when people think they better than you. You are your own, unique, and you are the original person. That's okay if they duplicate you. It's okay if they copycat you, but they are not you. Come on here. They are not you. Before I close out, I want to say this right here. It says, whether life is in the pit or is our promises for a greater life. So no matter how your life make you feel that you cannot come out, you're going to always be stuck, you're going to always be in that situation, you're going to always have people to talk about you, you're going to always have people to downsize you, you're going to always have people think they better than you, you're going to always have people, because that's part of being in a life pit. But you will no longer be in that pit. God gonna bring you out that pit. He gonna pull you out that pit. He gonna show you no longer a pit towards them. He gonna make you a light against that pit. See, lightness and darkness don't mix. So you're gonna be the light of that pit. So no matter how people try to make you feel like you in a darkness in your life, Remember, you have a God who will make the light shine through the darkness what people trying to place on you. We have to understand this. Giving up, don't give up, not throwing in the towel. We have to understand that God is with us. We have to understand that these trials and tribulations not here to beat you down. It's here to make you better. It's here to make you strong. It's here to make you overcome. It's here to make you keep going. It's here not for you to throw back in the towel. It's here to tell you, know what, I can't do this. I can't face this Goliath. I am that David. So as I close out, I want to let not forsake and gather together with other believers. And you and I, we need to understand good times, bad times, hard time, crummy time, celebration time, and let down time is all part of life. And I see y'all again as I close out. I know it's Mother's Day weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, and I want to give a great shout out to all the hard-working mothers. We deserve it. You better kick back your feet, relax, and get a pillow, and tell them kids get out your way and rest, because it is our day. You know, go out there and celebrate with your mother. I want to give a shout out to my mother who gave me birth on Christmas Day. Yes, I am a Christmas baby. And I just want to let my mother know I love you, Mama. Her name is Lady Angela Wigginton. This is my lovely mother, you know, and I just want to let her know, Mama, you been the best thing I ever had. And you're going to be the best thing I'm going to always keep. I just want to get out of here, and I just want y'all to, you know, enjoy your weekend. And remember, don't give up. Change is coming. See y'all again next Saturday at 2 p.m. on the Women Recovery Show, better known as what? Your host, Lady Kima, your trauma recovery coach. See you soon.
Hey, this is Lady Kima, the host of the Women Recovery Show.